This is John Paul Rai. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan, and this video should have been out a little while ago. This news is about 5 days old, but I kept saying Mads Mikkelsen, so I gotta refilm the thing. But let's not get too into that, because it's Mads Mikkelsen, and he finally pitches in about replacing Johnny Depp in Fantastic Beasts. Now, I gotta say something off the bat. I've got nothing against the guy. He's a good actor. I liked him in Rogue One, but I'm going to say a few negative things because he says something, pretty cliche that I don't quite agree with. However, he does compliment Johnny, and I've got to reiterate, I've got nothing personal against him. So the article is, Mads Mikkelsen says copying Johnny Depp in Fantastic Beasts would be creative suicide. I got to give a big no shit off the bat on that one. So here's what he says. Nobody's interested in me going in there and trying to copy anything. That would be creative suicide immediately, especially when it's been done before and masterfully. So he compliments Johnny, so that's great. So everybody's expecting us to find a different path. Having said that, we need a bridge between what he did and what I'm going to do. So these bridges you have to find together, whether it's a certain look, whether it's a certain attitude in a certain situations, but you have to make it your own. Now, here's the thing I gotta say. The Rogue One director said a similar thing. Rogue One is Star Wars, and if you guys know, Star Wars has some classic movies. I don't like the Disney Star Wars. However, the first 6 movies were pretty unique. So my point is this. Sometimes there is no replacement. Sometimes the fan base wants what's already been done because what's already been done is unique, it's special, and there's emotional attachment to it. So you sometimes just simply can't come in and do the job. And in this case, I don't think Mads can fill Johnny Depp's shoes. It just doesn't work. Another point is this. I was watching a video and it was about racial swaps and gender swaps, which I'm usually against. I like keeping the characters the way they were. But this person said, sometimes you read a book and, the color of a car is different. Someone's got a different hairstyle. The wrong person goes someplace, that someone else went or something, and you freak out. You're like, oh, that's different from the book. Oh, it's different from the comic. Let alone changing a complete person. And he was kind of defending people who don't like racial swaps and gender swaps as not being sexist or racist, but just different changes bother people sometimes, no matter what it is. A crooked painting bothers people once in a while if you're used to the same thing being straight. So obviously, if you're used to Johnny Depp being Grindelwald, well, if it's Mads, then your brain just goes, well, no. This was Johnny Depp. He made the character. This is what I'm coming for. Not to mention, a lot of the fans of Fantastic Beasts specifically watch it for Johnny. I just think it can't work no matter what he says, what he does, what he thinks. Again, not to say he's a bad actor. I like the guy. I'm sure he'll be professional. He'll do a good job. But it just doesn't feel like one of those things that you could get a replacement and it works out and it moves on and, seems undoable. So they go on to say this. When Mads Mikkelsen took over the role of Grindelwald from Johnny Depp in Fantastic Beasts 3, fans rejoiced. I fucking missed that, man. Who rejoiced? I think millions of Johnny fans got nauseous. Again, not for Mads. I gotta reiterate, nothing wrong with him. But just the change and Johnny being out and, this franchise you've been watching because you're a Johnny Depp fan. Now there's no Johnny Depp. You're like, ooh. Oh well. They go on to say, what would the Danish actor's take on the Dark Wizard look like? Will we finally be rid of the bad Bleach job? Mikkelsen has spoken before about how he'll take a respectively different approach from Depp, but he elaborated further on how he plans to make this part his own, which we read just before. Anyway, you guys of course let me know what you think down below. I have a feeling most people feel like me, nothing against Mads Mikkelsen, but he's not Johnny Depp. He's a very, very different type of person with a different atmosphere. He gives off different vibes, and the change, I just don't think it's going to work. I think might as well just change the characters totally, in my opinion. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. I'm doing shoutouts, special thanks, pop culture, Depp vs. Heard, whatever comes up in the news. And if you don't subscribe, I'll be pretty sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.